Bum, 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 bum. Hey. So take a bath. Let me know you want to see. I walk around. Hey. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. Eh, 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 eh. Boom. Yes. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your girl Libra Butterfly coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, or the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. It is Marvelous Monday. I hope you all have had a wonderful day thus far. We are praying for our subbies in the Florida region. We want everybody to be safe. I hope you all have prepared. So we just going to keep you guys in our prayers. Okay. Another thing. Happy birthday to anyone who's celebrating a birthday in the month of September, especially today. Lottie Dottie and everybody. If you have an anniversary today, happy anniversary to you. And hello to my new subbies. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all so much for subbing to me. I'm almost at my goal. I would rather look at the glass as being half full than half empty. You get me? All right. I do have a special prayer outside of this. There's a content creator named It's Me QB, a QB of the Midwest, however you know him. Somebody or some people broke into his car, y'all. And I mean, they did a bang up job on his beautiful car. Um, and I understand where QB is. He feels like every time he makes a step forward, he gets knocked back 2 of 3 steps backwards. And, you know, today he was like he missed his husband and, you know, all this and stuff. And I've had those days. I've had those days to where it's like if one more thing happened, that's in your mind, like if one more thing happened. So if you guys can just keep him in your prayers, that everything works out for him, you know, because today is him. Tomorrow it could be us. Shoot, later on the night it could be us, okay? So we never can get on our do for nothing and get our butt on our backs and, you know, put our nose up in the air like, you know, it ain't me, so why should I worry about it? Well, because it could be. It could be. So also, y'all keep my mom in you all's prayer. We actually lost another close family member yesterday. And that one was a shock. It was, our deaths are shocks, but that was really a shock. So just keep her in your prayers, you know. And y'all have seen the videos of my mother. She's full of life, honey. She does not act her age. Matter of fact, I act older than her. So, you know, and she's full of life. And I love it because a lot of people, they get to certain ages and they start withering up and, you know, they just start dying early because life has beat them down, you know. And for everything, one day I'm going to come on here and tell y'all some of the stuff about my mom and what she's overcame in her life. Okay. So, you know, I'm proud of her and everything. So y'all just keep her in her mentality in you guys' prayer because it's not easy, you know, and she's still trying to be there for me. You know, she missed her son. I always called my husband her son, not son-in-law, her son. She missed her son. She missed her granddaughter. And she tries not to show how much she missed them when she's with me because she thinks that she needs to be that strong person. You know, she don't want to break down because then she said, I'll break down. So, you know, I can take a lot. This old bird can take a good licking and keep on ticking. So, so anyway, y'all, I just, yeah, if y'all can just, you know, I know it's so much to pray for y'all. It is just, it's just so much to pray for. Uh, so, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, I do have a herb I'm going to um, introduce to you guys tonight. Oh, thank you. My mom's beautiful. I think so too. Thank you, though. Thank you. Uh, what was I going to say to you? Say to you. Let me see. Okay, so anyway, let's get started because I don't want to be on here long. I am actually making chili. I love chili. In this weather that we got here, honey, this is chilly weather. So I will be making some homemade chili tonight. And I've already had like 4 people text me that they want a bowl. I don't know where these people popped up at, but everybody is, you know, when you cook, we need a bowl of this, a bowl of that. And it's cold. I'm like, y'all, chili's high. Hamburger ain't cheap. So anyway, that's what I'm making. One, because I want some. And it's just, yeah. So, okay. Um, let's get started on this. We are doing Enoch. I am starting this. I'm picking back up where I left off. Just some points for Enoch, because Enoch is so deep and it's so much. You know, you cannot teach Enoch like you do Mary Had a Little Lamb, Adam and Eve, and stuff like that, because certain things mean certain things, okay? And so this has been on my spirit to give you all some more information about things. Okay, so let me start here. I always ask the question, why does it seem like Black people go through so much? Like, what was it about us that we went through so much, right? The slavery twice, and things like that, right? You know, deaths and all of this. I'm like, God, what is it about my race that, you know, we go through? So the answer I got, it stunned me. Okay. In the end, y'all, we do win. Okay. But we were actually punished. And not because of what y'all think, not because of Ham. You know, they try to say Ham, this, that, and the other. And I'm going to get into that too, but it won't be today. But here's the thing, there has been so much lying going on and whitewashing. And I'm not coming after no race, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. There has been a lot of lying and whitewashing going on. Like when you know, the only part they want us to have in the Bible is slavery. Okay. When actually the whole Bible was about us. Oh, did she say that? Oh, yes, she did. The whole Bible was about us. Okay. So here's the thing, what doesn't make sense, and I've actually heard people try to preach this. What doesn't make sense, they said Noah's sons, okay, were all different races. Okay. Shem was one race, Ham was one, and Japhet was another. How? And they all had the same mom and daddy. They had the same they had the same daddy Noah and his wife. They had the three sons. So how was they all different races? That don't make, that's stupid. But some people rather roll with that than to really understand the truth. The truth of the matter is Noah and his wife were of us. You cannot be, okay, it's just like me and my late husband. Now me and my late husband, we're gonna have a kid. One of the kids gonna be Chinese, one gonna be Italian, and the other one gonna be black. How does that work when we both full-blooded people? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. But for so long, people have tried to explain it away, and some of us just take it like, oh, okay, it makes sense. No, it don't. No, it don't. Okay, anyway, so one of the reasons that God allowed this earth to get destroyed uh, during the flood was because of what I'm about to tell you. Listen close, my loves. The fallen angels, it was about 200, okay, fallen angels. Remember, I told y'all the other day that the devil's was so, his rap was so tight that a third of the angels, 200 of the angels followed him. Come on, that's saying something. So you're no match for the devil without God. So I just want to put that out there. So back to my message. Okay, so the fallen angels, when they came here, they actually went against, first of all, they went against God, period. That's how they got kicked out of heaven, okay, to hit the earth. But when they got down here, there was things that they did. There was abomination that kind of tried to redo, because Lucifer was dead set on redoing what God did. He wanted to change the order, change everything that God did. He actually wanted to take over what God has done. He wanted to corrupt women. He wanted to corrupt human beings. He wanted to do what he wanted to do because he had that much venom, let's just say, for lack of better words, against God. Okay. That's why you do see in the Bible where it says that a woman's going to have a baby, I'm paraphrasing, and that the heel of her child will stump or bruise the head of the serpent. That is our payback. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is give you a couple names. Okay. First, let me read this so you'll understand the context of where I'm coming from. Genesis 6:4. The Nephilims were on the earth in those days, and afterwards as well. Do y'all hear that? On the earth and after what? After the flood. Okay. as well. When the sons of God, okay, sons of God is the fallen angels. Keep that in mind. When the sons of God had relations with the daughters of men. Okay, so a lot of people's like that can't be true because they're angels, and how is the angels going and they're how are they going to sleep? Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Or see, I need to stuff. Okay. Anyway, how are they gonna, physically hump these women? Okay, let me give you something to think about. Do you all remember Mary? Some of you all who don't know, Mary is Jesus' mother. When Mary became expecting, she had not known a man. The Holy Spirit moved upon her and she became pregnant. These are angels, not men. They still have the same authority because when they hit her, God didn't take their power. See, that's what people's not realizing. He didn't take their power, He just kicked them out of heaven. It ain't like they fell to the earth with no power. That's why they're demonic, and that's why the Lord has angels, the devil has demons. I'm gonna let that marinate for a minute. Are you? You welcoming me? I hope I explained it to you, 300. Okay, so let me go back. Let me read it. It says the Nephilims were on the earth in those days, and afterwards as well, when the sons of God had relations with the daughters of men, and they bore them children. Here, there, okay. They bore them children who became the mighty men of old, men of renown. Okay, so let me read this other one to put some more context to this, and I'm gonna tell y'all we're gonna get deep. Okay, so I'm coming from King James, and it's no Numbers 13 and 33. It says there. Well, I'm doing New King James. There we saw the giants, the descendants of Anak, came from the giants, and we were like grasshoppers in our own sight, and so we were in their sight. Okay, for years, preachers have preached, uh, they ain't have no belief, so that's why they thought they were small. No, no, no. They were really like grasshoppers to these giants. That's what they were. They got scared because when they looked and they saw them giants, they were wondering how will we defeat them, and we're like grasshoppers to them. That was their measurement. We're like grasshoppers to them. How are we going to defeat them? Because these wasn't like, how you see people that might be 7 foot or whatever. This wasn't that. These giants were the children of the sons of God. They were children of angels. One angel can take out what, 2 or 3 city blocks. One angel, just by the flap of their wings. Think about that. You know, so I mean, we have to start thinking supernatural, spiritual, not normal. So, okay, so let's pull up this other one. Now, some have measured how tall the giants was. Okay, supposedly they were around 450 feet. Let me see, private side. Yes. Okay. 450 feet. Now, when I pulled up some measurements for 450 feet, they said it's about 1 3/10 times as long as a football soccer field. Um, it's about 1.5 times as tall as the Statue of Liberty. That's how tall one of the giants was. One. One. Okay, so when when the sons of God fell, okay, they actually try to stick it to God again, for lack of better words. I'm just talking in our terms so we can understand. They try to stick it to God again, right? What they tried to do this time is they went against God's order. We were never supposed to know anything about science. We were never supposed to know anything about astrology, astronomy. We weren't supposed to know anything about weapons. Okay? We weren't supposed to know about that. That was hidden knowledge that God never wanted human beings to know. Okay? Now, I'm gonna go back because I missed a step that I want to kind of put in your head. Now, this right here is just a theory. I'm waiting on God to give me confirmation on this, but this is just a theory, y'all. Think about this. We know that we, as a people, built the pyramids. Okay, we already know because the drawings on the wall inside of the pyramids and outside and in different things show our skin color and show who we are, and it dates back to us. Okay, so there's no arguing about that. They've argued that for years and realized y'all ain't got no argument. It comes from us. However, knowing that the angels, the fallen angels, actually taught us stuff that we was not supposed to know. Hello, think about it. And as tall as these pyramids is, you know how people are saying, I wonder how they made those. I wonder how they made those. It makes me think, and this is just a thought. This is just a thought so far, okay? It makes me think that because of how tall they are, that maybe that's something that we did with the help of the fallen angels. Because those pyramids are as tall as the angels that fell from heaven. It would make sense, especially since we had to suffer behind what the fallen angels taught us. It makes sense that us working, other humans working with the fallen angels, that makes sense. Even if the fallen, hey T, even if the fallen angels didn't do anything but show them what to do to create it. However, I believe they had something to do with it. That's my theory. Okay. Hold on. Refund. Yes, child. Good grief. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. Now, this is from the book of Enoch, okay? I'm going to read you. We're going to talk about this one particular fallen angel today, okay? Then the next time we come on, we might do one more, then until we cover all the fallen angels, or at least the ones that's featured, okay? Okay. So, Anzel, Azazel. Lord, can this lady find anything? I don't think she's looking. Good grief. Okay, so in Enzel taught men to make swords. Listen to what he taught. This is a fallen angel, okay? He taught men to make swords, daggers, and shields, breastplates, and he showed them the things after these, and the art of making them bracelets, ornaments, and the art of making up the eyes. So they even taught them about makeup, uh, and of beautifying the eyelids and the most precious stones and all kinds of colored dyes. I'm sorry. And the world was changed. That's basically everything, okay, for the human being. I'm going to read it again. Think about that. Think of a world with no fighting, no killing, no nothing, right? Not like that. And all of a sudden, You got in your possession, you got in your possession swords, daggers, shields, breastplates. And then he turns around and shows you the order of making them, how to make them. Not only did he give them to you, but he showed you how to make them, how to make a weapon. Okay, bracelets and ornaments, and the order of making up the eyes. Then he showed you, well, let me show you about the eyes. And we all know the eyes is the window to the soul. When I meet people and they can't look at me in my eyes, yeah. Anyway, and the beautifying of the eyelids and most precious stones, even about the diamonds, the topaz, the sapphire, the precious stones, okay? And all kinds of colored dyes. And the world was changed. So check this out. And there was great enmity and much fornication. And I'm going somewhere with this. And they went astray, and all their ways became corrupt. Okay, so some of this is answering the questions now that we've always had. Why is fornication so bad? Well, you see why. The fallen angels introduced you to that. Hello. I hope y'all putting two and two together. The weapons. Why is it so bad for women to wear makeup? Some religions took it out of context, but for the most part, because it's tied back to the fallen angels. The fallen angels is the one that opened up that. You were never supposed to know about that. Never. So now we see why some things God calls sin, and then some things is abomination. Abomination is like the worst type of whatever you could ever do. Okay, and I know people's like, abomination is just sin like a sin. No, he wouldn't have never specified sin, abomination. Hello? When you do abomination, it's like you telling God he made a mistake. Like, okay, God, thank you for making my hair blue, but I was meant to be a redhead, so I'm changing it red. When the Bible states that God knows the very numbers of hair on your head, God is so meticulous and on point. Every tear you cry is collected. When we start thinking about stuff like, yeah, we'll stop being so loosey goosey with our relationship with Him. We'll stop saying, "Ah, He'll forgive us. He'll forgive me. Yeah, He'll forgive me." We'll stop saying that when you really realize that if the God we serve counts your tears, think about how many times you've cried as a newborn baby, as an infant, as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult. And he counts your tears. Is that sinking in? Okay. Anyway, moving forward. Okay, so it says Amazarika taught all of those. Okay, no, it's another angel. Never mind. Never mind. We ain't gonna get into that. I'm trying to stick to one because it's so much about these fallen angels that they did. It was weird. So yeah. So from now on, when you approach something and you see all these colors, because remember, God is over the rainbow. Okay, that was his promise to never flood the earth again. It's no coincidence that, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Again, the enemy, whatever God has, the enemy tries to be equal with that. God has prophets, the enemy has soothsayers. God has angels, the enemy has demons. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's like whatever God has, the enemy tries to be equal or better. You know, the rainbow was supposed to symbolize, like I said, God's promise to never flood the earth again. And the enemy gave it for something different. Now, even if you wanted to wear something with a rainbow on, if you're a man, that's something you stay away from, and that's sad. I understand why, not that you begrudge anybody else, but you may just want to wear it because it looks cute. But if you put it on, people go swerve them down that you go the other persuasion, because that's what they symbolize with it now. It's not just the rainbow because it's beautiful. It's, if I got the rainbow, then I got to be, you know, and it's best not to fight that, not to get into a fight like it, because it's nonsense. So, my daughter today, my baby girl, uh, she's having growing pains right now. She realized how good she had it at home, and she's having growing pains. Okay. And for the first time, I did not want to jump in and fix it for her. That's how I know it's a God thing. 3 days in a row, God has woke me up to intercede for my child. So today, when she called me and she was like, first, she said it last night. She said, I don't want to bother you tonight, but tomorrow I'm gonna leave you a voicemail. I want you to, because I need you to talk to me. And this kid carries my prophetic DNA. Okay. I've been knowing she was a prophet since she came into the world. Okay. She's one of the only kids that I got that see like me. Now, my kids got gifts. God has given them gifts, don't get me wrong. But she's like me. She can, and it scares her. It scares her. The only time she really wasn't scared is when she lived here with me, because she knew that if she tell me, I could tell her what it is. But prophetic, she's a girl. She's on point. And right now, where she's staying, like I explained to her today, it's evil versus good. The light of God is in you and it's on you. And the devil's people can't stand it. And every day that they see you, it's a reminder of who you are and who they are. The devil does not like God's people. We need to understand that, get it down in our heart, get it in our mind. Some of y'all are so convinced that them people love you. No, they don't. One, the devil don't know nothing about love, and neither does his people, neither does his kids. Cain had kids. Come on now, y'all know what Cain did. Cain had kids. So why does it shock us when our own family displays Cain behavior? Let's say it like that. So, like I told her, it's just good versus evil. You are earmarked for God. Whenever you are earmarked for God, well, you can run until your legs, honey, wear out. But wherever you go, God is on your life, and he's going to show up, and he's going to show up big. You can try to hide. You can smoke all the weed you want to smoke. And in the midst of you getting high, God will make you have your more sober thoughts than you ever thought in your life. Now ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. I said, so I know exactly where you are in this process. You're trying to get away. And God is like, nope. He's like, nope. You only gonna go so far. I said, and now is the time that he's got you. Mm-mm. And she broke. Y'all, honey, she broke. She just started crying. And you have to know my baby girl, no, she don't cry. She just broke and started crying. She said, you know what, mama? I knew I had to talk to my mama. She said, I told him, nah, I know who I need to talk to. I had to talk to my mama. No, I don't care what y'all saying. I had to talk to my mama, because my mama will tell me the truth, and everything. So I told her it was more things that, that was said. And so she just texted me and everything. And I told her, I said, I might be bringing you some tonight, because I don't like promising my kids and then I can't come through with it. So I said, maybe, possibly, could be, should be, So she was like, okay. So she said, I hope to see you tonight, because I just need a hug from my mama. So check this out. Even if I don't finish at chili tonight, I'm going to make it my business to go over where my daughter is and throw my arms around her. How about that? So all you got to do is tell me you need me. That's it. That's it. That's the signal. That's the woman signal. Mama, I need you. And that's what she said. All I need is for my mama to hug me. That's all I need. I got you. I got you. So the reason why I'm taking my time to tell y'all this and everything is because there is so much demonic activity that's going on, and supernatural activity that's going on right now. Some people can feel it. Some people don't know what they feel. And some people are clueless. That's when you have to have discernment. You have to have discernment. Put it like this: a lot of God's people have discernment, but they go against what they discerning. That's not God's fault. That's not his fault. He gives you this, for lack of better words, her stand up on the back of your neck. And you be knowing it should be a no, or it should be a yes, and you'll do the opposite. And then get mad at God because it backfired. Huh? And that's why I tell you the truth. That's why I tell everybody, I tell you the truth. I know when he tell me not to do something, I go ahead and do it in the backfire. How am I gonna get mad at him? Nah, I was disobedient. I did it, and he gave me all type of signs, neon signs, warning signs, commercials, people dropping signs in my yard. I mean, so stop that. Stop it. I've never met a bunch of adults who never want to take accountability for their life. It's everybody else's fault but yours. And that's why God can't use you. Because if you can't be honest with you, if you cannot be honest with you, how am I supposed to believe that I'm just the one person out of a million that you're going to be honest with? You can't even be honest with the person you see every day. Every day. But I'm going to make a difference? Not so. Not so. And that's why I tell everybody, I could come on here and clown. Trust me, my clowner ain't broke. I can give what it, baby. Who? Miss Libra Butterfly got a mouth on her. Trust me, and can back it up. I can come on here and say a whole bunch of stuff, honey, and be over 1,000. But I still have to look me in the mirror every day. Is 1,000 or more worth my integrity? Worth my character? No. If I ain't gonna sell myself out for no money, what the heck I'm gonna sell myself out for some likes? Some subscriptions? No. And then gotta go back and try to build my channel the way I really want it to be built? No, we're gonna start from grassroots. And that's why it's taking so long to do, but that's okay. That's okay. I ain't got no race to run. Whatever I'm going to say, I'm going to say. Whoever's meant to hear it will hear it. It will be shared. It will be heard. I told you, when the pupil's ready, the teacher will come. So I'm just saying. So, just now that you have some context where this stuff came from, the shields, the daggers, the breastplates, the ornaments, the bracelets, making how you make those things, and the beautifying of the eyelids and stones. And don't y'all know there was a preacher, and this preacher about 5 years ago, I heard him say this. I wasn't even looking at him. I was walking past, and somehow the channel was on it, or so, I don't know. But this preacher said there are no women in heaven. And that stopped me in my tracks. Because I'm like, God, you would not be allowing women to go through so much if we couldn't go to heaven. However, on the flip side of that, we as women need to understand the power we have. I don't care if you ugly, pretty, or in between. You possess a power, a seductive power that has caused many wars. It's caused many people to fall. Has caused many people to lose things. Has caused many people to strive and go forward. You have power. God gave you power. Some use it for good, some use it for bad. So here's the thing. Am I my brother's keeper? There are so many women who are so thirsty. It bothers me down in my shana. That's how, so, I mean, it gets me. It gets me in the, because there are so many women, they see married men and they want these men so bad. They are willing to do whatever they can to get these men, not to marry them, but just to say, I knew I could get them. You willing to tear up a house, a home, just for I knew I could. And you don't think it's going to come back on you. And you may not ever get it. Let's get that straight. Let me sit up on that. You may not ever get the karma, but your mama may, your sister, your kids, your grandkids, they may fall in love with a man and he might be the dog of the century, all because of something you sowed that's coming down in your genes. That's why when people tell me, when I tell people to shake your tree and see what nut falls out, people be like, you oughta. Because you never know if you're living in a generational curse or not. You never know if 4 generations ago, one of your ancestors, one of your great, 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 whatever, was the white man's, was their master's concubine or whatever, and vowed that every other generation of kid is gonna sleep with such and such to pay back a debt. See, this stuff is real. People don't understand that. They just think it's a bunch of, especially some males I get that from. You be like, you might want to go back in your family history to see, what, I ain't doing all that. No, I ain't doing all that. But you still a mess up. You a mess up. Nothing you do ever works. I mean, it's just crazy. And it's like, seem like to me, I would want to say, let me dig and get some answers because something ain't right. But there we go again. It's accountability for you. A lot of people don't want the smoke. They don't want the accountability. Child, look, you keep sending me the same thing. No. So anyway, y'all. Yeah, so I mean, and that's a lot of times why we can't prosper as a people, why we can't get ahead, because I don't trust anybody who can't look at themselves and say, you know what, I need to change this, and this is how I'm going to change it, or I'm going to seek help to change it because it's not working. I don't trust nobody that can't do that. But I always talk about they want a difference. How you want a different and you ain't different? Huh? Where? Let me tell y'all. It took a lot. Y'all talking to, hey, Stephanie Boo, I ain't even look down, girl. I'm just talking. It took a lot to fight from being that angry woman, okay? In my younger years, my teenage years and my early adult years, I was that angry woman. I'm like, I was nice, but I had that streak in me. It wouldn't hesitate. Do you hear what I'm saying? It would not hesitate. I didn't like me. Even though that came from, I'll tell y'all my story. Ain't no whole lot of. It came from being raped multiple times by different people at different times in my life. It came from having incest because my family used my body as a smorgasbord. Not all my family, but you know what I'm saying. It came from abuse, verbal and physical. Okay? It came from that. It came from lies from my family that lied on me, about me, and to me. So all of that was bottled up inside of me. And anytime I felt, don't mean it was true, but anytime I felt somebody was trying to come against me, trying to hurt me, I acted a complete donkey to where I acted up so bad all the time that my name's still in the streets. Like, Shorty, you talking about Shorty, the one, blah, blah, yeah, don't mess with her. Watch what you say to her, because she might cut you or anything. And I'm not proud of that at all. But that's who I was. So I can't deny that woman, that little girl, or that teenage girl, because that's who I was. And she made me who I am today. But what I'm saying is, had I been a wuss and just kept blaming everybody else for my mistake and my shortcomings, and oh, it's my mama's fault. Oh, it's my daddy's fault for not being there. Oh, it's my cousin's fault. Oh, it's this person's fault. Oh, it's everybody's fault but mine. And never did anything to change me, because it starts with you. Every time you point your finger to somebody else, you got 3 pointing back at you. Every time you say, now it was my daddy's fault because he wasn't here. Well, look at them other fingers back at you, because see, now that you know, you can do something about it. Don't keep talking to me about what happened when you was 12, 14, 15, 18 years old, and now you over the age of grown. And you can do something about it, and you don't. That means you like being stuck. It's something there that you're getting paid for. You like that. And until your age catches up with your number, you will always be a grown kid. Wherever your trauma hit, whatever age that was, that's what you are until you learn to deal with it and grow past it. If your trauma happened at 10, but your age is 60, you're a 10-year-old 60 man. Your insides, the way you think about things, the way you do things, the way you figure out things is as a 10-year-old. You're not dealing with it as a 60-year-old. You can't. You still stuck. Once you get that and you understand that was not my fault, but it is my fault if I keep holding on to that and not doing something about it to better me in my situation, then you are the one that's at fault. No longer is whoever did whatever to you, it's out for them. They went on about their life. Half the people probably dead. And you stuck. Oh, this child. Y'all got somebody shopping for me, and it's like every 2 minutes, this person is texting me. Good grief. And then I don't know why they keep doing that, because I already said what I wanted to be replaced to. It's like it's stupid. Don't keep asking me the same question. Anywho, watch they have somebody that's not, they don't read English. What? I bet that's what that is. Somebody that don't read English and they keep repeating themselves. And that's a pet peeve. See, okay, God's working on me. Okay. Anywho, so let me see. Yes, we have to be accountable for our actions. Yeah, Stephanie, I'm serious. I mean, I've never, and that's what's wrong with us as, I'm going to say, Black people. We always it's the white man's fault. It's my mama's fault. It's my daddy's fault. Oh, my boss don't like me. Oh, this, oh, that. But it gets to a point when you really, and especially when you really serve God, when you really get and you start having a relationship with God, he become a part of your life for real. You start looking at things a little different. Like, okay, so I'm be honest with y'all. I was mad at my mom for a long time. Okay, for a long time. Me and my mother's relationship at one point in our life, see, like I told you, honey, I'm honest. Me and my mother's relationship at one point in our life, honey, was so bad. We could be at Winn-Dixie. She can be in aisle 7, grid check out, and I can be at aisle 8, and we wouldn't even look at each other. We act like we don't even know each other. Until somebody say, ain't that your daughter over? She said, I don't know. And for a while, she was telling people I wasn't kin to her. That's how bad it was. Do you hear me? So when y'all see them God, Lord, when y'all see them pictures and videos of me and her together and we really enjoying each other, know that that's a God. Know that that's a God thing. Trust me. Like I said, we wouldn't even speak to each other. We can be in the same room and talk to everybody but each other. Acknowledge everybody but each other. Make it make sense. But just like she's stubborn, so am I. And I was determined. Got me messed up. Got me messed up. This went on for years. Do you hear me? It was so bad, my mama tried to steal my child from me. Y'all want to hear the truth. Y'all want to hear the truth. She tried to go to the counties, whatever, and try to tell them some stuff to take my kid. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And all of that was because of hate. No other word to sum it up. But let me tell you what God to do. And I had something against her too. I'm like, okay, if I see her, I'm a whooper. And that's exactly how I felt in my mind. Am I bragging about it? No. But I'm here to tell people that especially women who maybe don't understand some of the things that their parents did or that their mother did. And it's like, so let me help you for a minute. So it was funny. I was a part of a church. And the pastor I had prophesied to before he became a pastor. I said, God has called you to pastor. He told me, don't say it again, because if you say it again, I'm going to hang up on you. And I got that spiritual boldness from the Lord, and I repeated it again. And I said it louder. As I said, God said, and he hung up on me. Hey, get that straight. Anyway, okay, God said, I got this battle. You obedient? I got this battle. Okay. Next thing you know, it was 2 Sundays later. Yes, child. Oh, she's bothering my shana. Okay. It was 2 Sundays later. He stood up in front of the church and said, I got whooped. He said, I've been called the pastor and I didn't want to. He said, and somebody called me because God told him to call me, and I hung up on him. And I owe her an apology. Talking about me, right? And he said my name, and I just looked at him and winked and went on about my business. Keep sitting there listening to him saying what he gonna say. So anyway, one of the things was, when I started this church, Coco, he said, you have to be a part of my church. I already knew that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we built this church. This is the second church that we built from the ground up. Okay. So we was inviting different people. My mama was one. My mother came over, and the way that our church was, you couldn't come in there and not feel God. Not that fakeness. I'm talking about real. The love of God, your life being changed, financial situations getting better. You just couldn't, because we were praying. We were praying people. Like, seriously, we were praying people. Make a long story short, my mother came about 1, 2, 3. I want to say she came for a month and a half. And then one Sunday, they said, okay, y'all know what time it is. It's testimony time. Yes, it's praise report time. Who will be the first? Lo and behold, my mama steps up. My husband was like, well, shut the front door. My husband was silly. And I looked at him. He said, I can't wait to hear this one. So he sits up on his seat. So she said, some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. She said, I am Prophetess Slaughter's mother. And everybody said, the ones that didn't know, right? Because she had been coming and not saying a word to me. And I didn't bother to go over there because it's all about my spirituality. My mother said, so let me get to it. She said, y'all don't know. I've mistreated her. I've dogged her. I've abused her. Oh my goodness. Y'all, she told, you talking about shocked, because you got to know my mom. You talking about shocked. I sat there and tears in my eyes began to just roll down my face. I didn't never think living I would ever hear my mother acknowledge the stuff she did to me. And I mean, it just rolled. And it just rolled. It just rolled. So my husband was hugging me. He's crying. I'm crying. The church is crying. You know, the pastor stood up. He's got tears in his eyes. He's just standing there. She turned towards me, and I promise you, she said, for everything I did to you, for everything I said to you, she said, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I apologize. She said, I love you. I never knew how to show you I loved you. She said, when I had you, I was a baby myself. She said, and I don't know why you became the end of everything that I did. She said, but I love you. And she said, forgive me. If you never do anything, even if you never talk to me again, she said, forgive me. I'm sorry. Y'all, I passed out. I passed out. Seriously. My mama hit the ground, they said. They praying for her, praying for me. Can you say generational curses broke right then? And y'all don't think the enemy's mad that he ain't gonna keep trying to come for me and take me out? Come on now. Every time you see me and my mother together, it's a miracle. Every time we talk 4 times a day, if not more. And if she ain't on the phone talking to me, she texting me. That wasn't no human thing. That was a God thing. So that's why I said I have to be considerate of people who I'm connected to, because I have been connected to some people who their life is a woe is me. Everything about them is a woe is me. This happened to me. Oh, nobody love me. Everything is a woe is me. It's never, you know what? This happened to me, but this is what I've done to be better. Yeah, my family may not like me, but guess what? I'm creating a new family. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people that want to get stuck in the husband. And then you can't tell God, don't nobody love me or care about me. And then he send you people who love and care about you that may not be your blood and you don't even know how to treat it. So that means you need to heal on the inside. You need to get to a point to where you know how to accept love and give it. Genuine. And a lot of times, y'all willing to give y'all sex before y'all willing to give y'all love. Y'all willing to tickle your fancy. You don't mind passing your penis out of your coochie, but you don't want that love. I don't get that. I don't get that. Because as soon as you get a nut, you back miserable. You back to a point where you feel lonely. Huh? So, I'm just saying. What is it going to take? We in 2022. We have 3 months for 2023. Some of y'all made vision boards. Some of y'all talk this good talk. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be like this. I'm going to be like that. I'm going to lose 10 pounds this year. I'm going to lose 20 pounds this year. I'm going to walk more. I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You ain't did jack. You may have did it twice and thought that was going to do something. You can't keep your own contract with you. How you going to keep a contract with, well, Lord, Lord, today. So let me tell y'all something. That's why I talk about God. I can give you more and more reasons. And I know a whole lot of people can't stand that I gear my channel around treating people right, building up your body, building up your heart, keeping your mind tight. People can't stand that because the world is chaotic and people love chaos. But I'm going to stand tall in my beliefs. I'm going to stand tall in who I am. It may not be for everybody, and I get that. But I ain't changing the love I have for Christ and what he's done for me to appease nobody. It just ain't that type of party. It's not. And y'all don't know how hard it is, because y'all know I'm a preacher. So you don't know how hard it is for me to be over here just talking and that preach to hold that hostage, because that thing wants to come out every time I open up my mouth. And I kid you not, when I get to talking about the goodness of anyway, so we have to be careful of what we adopt, because like I said, most of the stuff that we do, we can trace it back to the fallen angels, and there was nothing nothing good about them at all. So um David had yeah, no, they sent David to fight Goliath. Goliath was one of those giants. He was a child of the sons of God, the fallen angel. And talking about Goliath was not little bitty David. Um, he had 5 smooth stones, okay? And I have heard preachers preach, he had one for the Father, one for the Son. One. No, no. Uh, basically, there were Goliath and 4 other giants that was his kin. I believe they were brothers, maybe cousins, whatever. But there was 5 altogether. Goliath was just the one who everybody was scared of, that was in the forefront. So when David picked up them 5 rocks and started slinging them, he had one for one for Goliath, and if the other 4 came, they was gonna get knocked out too. So it's y'all, it's just time. It's time that we stop using things for an excuse. It's just time that we get over that. A lot of us, that's all our life has been, an excuse why we can't do this and why we did that. That's all it is. We can't do this and why we did this. And it's like, okay, if you can't change it and you're not seeking God who can help you change it, then how are you changing? I'll wait, because I really want to know the answer to that. Anyway, my birthday, y'all, is in 3 more days. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, girl, be 52. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It's like, okay, God, I ain't mad at you. Do your thing. Do your thing. So, let me give y'all this herb so I can get out of here. And when this person get here with my daggone stuff, I can make this chili and hit the road, Jack. Let me see. Oh, rallies. I'm stupid now. I had to do something come out of that mode, because me and that mode was, yeah. Ooh, God, you're good. Let's see. Uh-oh. I was going to say, I can't wait, y'all, till I can afford another computer. Neither one of these computers do what I want them to do. Dash a shame. Dash a shame. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of this. Okay, so let me type the name of it in for y'all, and then we'll move on, because we already after an hour. I'm sorry, y'all. And my daggone cat decided he wanted to come home. Bless it hard. Bless he hard. So let's see. Okay, y'all. Stingy nettle. Stingy nettle actually grows in your backyard if you can identify the plant. Okay, you have to be careful too, because if you go to cultivated, which is picking it, it can sting you. So you have to be careful. I'd rather somebody else do it and not me. I don't got time for that. So let me tell you, stinging nettle, it improves your blood circulation. It improves kidney and gallbladder health. It treats respiratory conditions. It improves your prostate. I'm sorry, men. Um, it helps improve women's health, like your fibroid. It really helps with fibroids. Let me tell you, it actually shrinks your fibroids and push them out. So it. Let me tell you, you will be bleeding off and on because it's getting rid of your fibroids. Okay. So instead of having a hysterectomy, you can actually, well, I'm not a medical doctor, so let me say that because people always be like, she said. So, but I have fibroids and mine's is shrinking like the Dickens. When I actually was talking to somebody else, that's one of the things that it does. It shrinks tumors and especially fibroids. Okay. Let me see. It keeps your heart healthy. It helps with your intestines, your gastrointestines. It's a detoxification herb. It's just the business. It treats respiratory, complications that you may have. It treats that as well. Let me see. It also, stinging nettle also, it helps with joint pain. Like if you have muscle and joint pain, it helps with eczema. It also helps with gout, y'all. Gout is the buildup of crystals in your kidneys, but it also, you can get gout in your big toe. Most people, when they get gout, they get it in the big toe. It hurts like the dick is like if a sheep touch your toe, you're like, ah, that's because your kidneys are not filtering the way that they should. And so it backs up and it creates gout. So it helps with gout. It helps with anemia, which helps build your blood. If you have anemia, it means you have low blood. So it helps build your blood. And it helps with arthritis. So, stinging nettle is the bee's knees. Anybody who actually are at the end of COVID, and you know how sometimes you still have those residues left from COVID? A lot of times, if you take stinging nettle, it'll help reverse it to somewhat what it was before you caught COVID. Unfortunately, right now, I'm not seeing anything that'll take you back pre-COVID, because I've had COVID twice, the symptoms of it, okay? Unfortunately, it took my husband out. I hate that because I learned how to fight it after he died. It's crazy. So anyway, it will take you back pre-COVID to a certain extent, but not 100. So also it helps build your energy. So stinging nettle is the bee's knees. It really is. And I take the supplement. I take it in the pill. I'm looking for the tincture. They do have that, but I don't think I could afford it at the time. But since now I'm building up my apothecary, I have a whole lot of stuff that I've ordered, and I got containers to put them in. I'm gonna look like a real doctor by the time I get through. So I wanted to share that with you guys when you can. Stinging nettle does a lot. It does a lot, y'all, for real. Be careful if you do try to research this. There are some sites that you go to that has been bought by the medical professionals, and they'll warn you not to do it. Not just this, but it'd be a whole lot of stuff like black seed oil. Everybody named Mammy know black seed oil is if you don't have nothing else, black seed oil you should have, and that's the truth. It's been since King Tut. Okay, King Tut was a baby and was using black seed oil. Google it. And what it does is just, it's above the rest. But you got these doctors that go up under these pictures and stuff like that as if they're just regular people. And they'll be like, nah, I don't get that because such, because they're losing money, y'all. Don't let them try to psych y'all out and make y'all think that, no, they're losing money because people are tired of, quote unquote, these big wigs telling them what they need to do with their own body. So people they come into more people like myself, like herbalists, people who are familiar with how herbs work, things of that nature, and asking, what can I do for this right here? And we are telling them, And so they're going to get it and they're coming off this medicine. You know, people are people are like, they doctors is like, huh? I told you, like, that one lady that supported my butterflies, smooches to you. Like she said, they wanted to give her infusion of blood and all that because of her iron. And she said she just so happened to listen to me. She went back and looked at my video or something like that about iron. Got what I said to get. Went back to the doctor, and the doctor was amazed because her iron is stable. Come on now. So that's money he lost. So yeah, so I'm just saying, y'all, you know, uh I can't piggyback on flaxseed oil. It's okay, but it's not like black seed oil. Black seed oil is like I said, it's been around since King Tut was a baby. It's a reason. It's a reason. Are you welcome, Stephanie? Thank you for coming over, love. For real. I appreciate you. I don't take it, lightly when people come to hear what I got to say. I really don't. It makes me want to study more and get back in there. So yeah, y'all. I'm just saying. And if y'all have anything y'all want me to discuss, I go over, send me an email. I don't check it up. No, let me tell y'all, I'm getting better. I'm getting better in checking my emails. I really am. I had so much going on, y'all, that I was forgetting about that email. So now I remind myself that on the day that I do a live, that night or the next day, check your email. Oh no, you okay? I'm stuffed up too. 300. That's my allergies is draining. That's why I sound like it's no. I said black seed oil. Yeah, black seed oil, not flex seed oil. But you good? So I ain't take it personal. You good? Anyway, y'all. But so that's what I want to say. You all, like I said, keep my family in your prayer. Um, I will keep y'all in my prayer. We're gonna still pray for NC girl. She's on the last go around or whatever, but God is faithful, and she seems to be in good spirit. And she, hey, I love to see her when she drops down in the chat. It lets me know that she's, hey, she's still with us. So also keep Fat Baby and her family in prayer. They going through, like I told y'all earlier, keep QB in y'all prayer, because that's something to feel like nothing you do works, And these people that's out here breaking in people's stuff, they don't care nothing about life or themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't care that you have to work hard to get your stuff. They don't care nothing about that. It's a selfish thing, and pray for each other. Also pray for real mamas. God is really doing something to real mamas. Boy, man, I can't tell what my sissy got going on. But when I tell y'all, baby, keep on talking about her. That's all I'm saying, because the more you talk, the more she getting blessed. And I know it's a God, honey. God's doing his thing. Do you hear me? So, y'all keep on. Are you welcome, Stephanie? You're welcome. Thanks, 300. So yeah, yeah. That's why I'm not moved. Let me say this. I'm not moved by what people feel about me. I'm not. I'm not. When they call themselves hating or whatever. Hey, I was always told, no man, I ain't gonna say it. But just know it, honey, remember my name. And as long as you make my name right, we okay. I don't care what lie you tell. Just remember my name. Because as I go up, as God begin to shine on me a little bit more, and some things become evident, and I become one of those, I remember her. You mean she a millionaire? She's this, she's this. Uh-huh. Just make sure you got my name right. That's it. Make sure you got my name right. Because trust me, 2023, yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, in order to come against 2023, you got to come against God. And I guarantee you ain't going to beat God. How about that? How about that? So, anywho, I am getting off of here. Like I said, I got to make this chili, and I got to put some pants on and ride over here, even if I don't make the chili, and just hug my daughter, because right now I got my gown. and everything. But if I don't come on briefly for my birthday, y'all, I'll probably come on the 30th, that Friday after. Okay. We are still keeping uh we are still keeping Florida people in our prayers that that storm will die down and everything. But I hope everybody is safe. Please, thank you guys. I reached out to some of y'all via text. Y'all know I can't text because I got carpal tunnel. So for y'all that responded to me, thank you so much. Of course, it's always gonna be one or two that's gonna look at it as a challenge and say, I ain't gonna text her. Okay, I ain't gonna respond to her. I'm just gonna make her wait. I already know what their mentality be like. It'd be like, she trying to, I ain't gonna text her, whatever. Okay, well, okay. See how that works? Okay. So if I don't reach out anymore, because I'm a caring person, and when I'm told to reach out by the man upstairs, I'm going to. But if it's a game, or if you feel like, as something else, you just gotta be in control over because she's reaching out, I ain't gonna do it. Forget her. Yeah, make her suffer. Okay, if that's what you feel, okay. I just want to reach out no more to you. See how that works? See, we all get what we want. I didn't get a response, and now I won't reach out. See how wonderful that is? I swear it works for everybody. So it's just kind of crazy that people would think if somebody's trying to see how you're doing, that it's got to be a struggle, or it's got to be, it's weird. That's why I say a lot of people mentally, something's wrong with people mentally for real. They hide behind some stuff, but something's wrong with them mentally. There's no way in the world somebody reaching out to make sure you're okay and you look at it as a game. Huh? Okay. It is what it is. So I love you guys. And remember, if nobody told you you're important, you are. And if nobody told you they love you, I do. I see you all in the YouTube street. Smooches.